Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's continue with our topic on meridians, channels, and points. Today we'll be discussing points. Each channel that we work on in the Qigong massage has many points. And in nature, we see points everywhere. Points actually are openings to the surface. This point is made by a crab. Now, what are these points used for? So why is a crab making these holes in the sand? Actually, it is to move things out and in, of course. So points vent and communicate and equalize pressure between the surface and deeper tissues. And each point has actions that it performs, such as letting things out or letting things in. Qi moves through points. Yang Qi pushes things out. And Yin Qi flows in quietly. Points allow the deeper parts to fill. Points have energy. Here is the point where we start the massage. The main point we use to open up the brain's awareness to the outside world. And here is a picture of the electromagnetic field of that same point. Now, some points are huge and can allow for a lot of qi to move. And that is the case with the Lao Gong point, the pericardium 8 point in the middle of our hand. Each point is a vortex of energy and can be both drawn in and sent out through these points. Action of the points in the body help to keep the channel flowing, send out blocks, regulate the network of channels like a set of locks on a series of channels. And points also allow the channel to do their job of keeping the region healthy. When points are working and they are not blocked, the channel flows freely. So here you see the channel. And these are the connections to the outer world, meaning the points. So and every point has the ability to move energy out and to let yin energy flow in. So can you see that these points help the flow in the channel and the possibilities for regulation with these points? In acupuncture, we work mostly with points. In Qigong massage, we work mostly with channels and include work with a few points. For children with autism, we work with the whole channel and include the points. In young children, this is far more effective than just working on their points only. As the young children's age and the nature of their energy, which is more yang than yin, allows this window of possibility to work with their channels. We can massage a point clockwise or counterclockwise. Moving energy in a counterclockwise direction has the action of moving things out, moving things up and out. And this is a yang function. So we're going up and out. Moving energy in a clockwise direction has the action of moving things in. So down and in. And this is a yin function. So counterclockwise means clearing, up and out, yang function, and clears the point and the channel. Clockwise movement is a filling movement, down and in, yin function, and fills the point and the channel. Meridians and points. Meridians form the invisible energy pathways that provide coherence to the human body and allows its structures to communicate among themselves and with the external universe. Energy or acupuncture points connect the outer and the inner world and help regulate these meridians. 12 major meridians are the primary meridians through which qi flows. They are located in each arm and leg. They have yin and yang properties and are connected to a specific organ in the body. In Qigong massage for autism, we will be mainly working with the yang meridians. These yang channels begin on the face around the sense openings and flow down the body to the feet. So here are the 12 meridian pairs classified following the 5 elements. And they're key acupuncture points for our Qigong massage. Now we have the element of wood, and that is linked to the liver and gallbladder. This is a picture of the liver meridian. The liver meridian is a yin meridian. And on the liver meridian, we have one important point, and that is liver 3. And that point can be found here on top of the foot in a depression between the bones of the first and the second toe. So when I take my doll, the point would be here. And the next picture is the gallbladder meridian. This is the gallbladder meridian, and the gallbladder meridian runs on all the sides along the sides of the body, from the head to the toes. And on the gallbladder meridian, we have 2 important points that we will be using, which is gallbladder 8, and that is located superior to the top of the ear. So let's have a look. On my doll, that would be here. And then we have gallbladder 20. This point. And that point is located in the back of the head, in the depression at the back of the skull. And that point would be here. So on both sides. So 1 point here and 1 point here. Our next element is the fire element. And the fire element is a bit special because we have primary fire and secondary fire. So we have actually 4 meridians linked to the fire element. And the first set is the heart and the small intestine. And the heart meridian is our yin meridian. And the small intestine is the yang meridian. And the yang meridian, the small intestine meridian, runs over the arm. And then we have the secondary fire, which is linked to the pericardium and the triple heater meridians. And these are 2 meridians that are not linked to an organ in the body, but rather to a function. So the pericardium is the fluid-filled sac that surrounds the heart in order to protect it. And here, there's one really important point that we will be using, and this is called the pericardium 8 point. And it's in the middle of our hand, actually is our heart point, the connection to the energy of our heart. It's also called, in Chinese, it's called the Lao Gong point. And this is the point that we will be working with when we are doing the massage. It's located at in the middle of your palm. And when you just loosely close your hand like this, the tip of the middle finger falls on the point. So it's really easy to find. And then there is the triple heater, the yang meridian. And the triple heater has the function to regulate the temperature and energy in our three dantians in or energy sources in our body. So actually that is the energy and heat regulator in our body. Earth element, spleen and stomach meridians are linked to the earth element. And the spleen meridian is our yin meridian, and the stomach meridian is the yang meridian. Metal element is linked to the lungs and the large intestine. And the lung meridian is the yin meridian, and the large intestine meridian is our yang meridian. Then we have the water element, and water element is linked to the kidney and urinary bladder meridians. And on the kidney meridian, we have one important point, and that point is on the foot sole. So here, kidney 1. And kidney 1 is a very important point. When I take my doll, I can show you. So the point is here. So on the sole of the foot in the depression, when the foot is flexed. So this is where you can find kidney 1 point. And then we have the urinary bladder meridian, and that meridian runs from our head over the back of our body all the way down to the sides of the feet. Here we have an important point, which is bladder 7. And bladder 7 can be found on top of the skull, on both sides of the medial line. So when we just look here at the skull of my doll, so bladder points would be here and here. So not on the middle line, but just next to the middle line on both sides of the medial line. So these were the 12 major meridians or primary meridians through which qi flows in our body. So in our Qigong massage, we will be working with 2 more meridians, the conception and governing vessels. These are 2 meridians belonging to the 8 extraordinary vessels category. And their primary function is to connect the 12 primary meridians. Actually, they're not a meridian. They have the function of a vessel. And so we have the conception vessel, and the conception vessel runs on the front of the body. And then we have the governing vessel, and the governing vessel runs on the back of the body. And on the governing vessel, we have some points that are of importance for our Qigong massage. And the first one, governing point 20, which clears the brain and opens the senses. And that point is located on top of the skull. So it can be found when you go up from the ears, straight up, and at the crossing with the midline, you have governing 20 point. The next point that is important on this meridian is governing vessel 16. So this point is located at the back of the head on the midline at the base of the skull. And governing 15 is just a little bit below, located at the height of cervical vertebra 1. And then we have governing 14, which is located here at this No, at this protuberating vessel, cervical, and that is located on cervical vertebra 7. So let's summarize. Meridians are a network of connected conduits which carry and distribute energy and blood to all parts of the body. This network is three-dimensional, running through the body from top to bottom and surface to deep, just as the nerves and blood vessels do. The flow in the channel varies with time of day, season, health, and age. In Qigong massage, we will mainly make use of the yang meridians. And these are the bladder channel at the back of the body, the gallbladder channel on the sides of the body, the stomach channel on the front of the body, and the 3 yang channels on the arms, being the small intestine, the large intestine, and the triple heater. Channels carry energy and blood and keep our circulation healthy. Qi and blood are 2 parts of a yin-yang whole, and together they keep us in balance. In Qigong, we work with energy in order to increase blood flow. There are yang channels that move faster and have more energy, and yin channels which move slower and have more blood and nutrients. Channels should always be free-flowing. So that's all there is to know on channels and points. Thank you for listening.